Thank you for tuning into the Crypto SP channel. My name is Dan SP. It's June 2nd, 2018, and the current price of XRP is at 48 cents. So I'd like to start off by saying a massive thank you to all my new subscribers. I was away last week on vacation. I stepped away from pretty much everything just to spend time with the family and travel. A very much needed time off. But I noticed that I received a big amount of subscribers and also a big amount of followers on Twitter. So a massive thank you to all of you for your support. So let's go ahead and get into it. So on Friday of last week, I quickly glanced at the charts and I went ahead and drew out this falling wedge formation, which I did share in Discord. I also shared some of the supports I had seen at that point, which was 42 cents and possibly 38 cents. So if we look at the past here, you can see clearly back in December 12th and December 13th, during the massive bull run, there was some supports that were used at these price ranges. So clearly 42 cents right here was a price of volatility that we had seen a lot of support. Right here we saw some resistance and some support, as well as 38 cents as well. Later on as well, the price shot up to 55 cents, even kept continuing to shoot all the way up to 60 cents, hit some resistance and shot back down to 41 cents to find some support around that level. And also later on on the 21st of December, a big quick flash sell-off also found support at 41 cents. So if we look at the current price range, sure enough, 42 cents is a good place to possibly see some support. And sure enough, we found some support the closer we got to 42 cents. And that eventually played out as we saw a nice volume candle kick in, which brought us over the 50 RSI. Over the weekend, we saw some consolidation, another clear indication of a falling wedge, possibly leading to a bullish formation. And sure enough, this morning, we got the volume that we were looking for. Now, we may continue to see some more consolidation throughout this week, or we may continue to see the prices continuing to shoot up. I suspect people, early investors, are anticipating later this month some of the exchanges launching, so they're taking advantage of these prices. So we may possibly see some price action later on this month as the exchanges like SBI and DX Exchange launch fiat pairings for XRP and also open up their doors for more memberships. So we could possibly at some point this month see a nice little spike in prices. But be wary that, again, we might see the bears come back out and try to sell off all the profits, which is something we have seen throughout the year. Anytime an exchange has launched, it's very common to see all those gains get wiped. So again, remain cautious. However, I do believe all these price ranges right now are presenting very good buying opportunities at low prices for future gains, especially considering when XRapid eventually kicks in and takes over Bitcoin's dominance. Now that may not be something we may see at the end of the year. It could be something we see at the end of next year, or maybe a few years from now. But ultimately, these are still great prices to possibly make some nice positions with XRP. Again, not investment advice, but just sharing a little bit of my thoughts there on that. But ultimately, though, we're still looking to break above 50 cents as that continues to be a price that we have not been able to get above. Looking again at the past, you can see here, we got above 50 cents and used that as a support to keep pushing further. So that's what we're going to be looking for throughout this little bit of volume that we're getting. Hopefully we got the volume needed to keep pushing us further into the 50s. Ultimately, though, we're still looking at possibly now what looks like 45 cents as a good support, as we see here a lot of volatility at that price range. And even right there at that candle hit the support of 45 cents and stayed above that. Of course, if we were to see the price drop any further, we're still looking now at 42 cents as a good support. Now, in Ripple news, nothing too specific as far as something from today. It's kind of dry as far as news from today so far. So I decided to go ahead and share something that I have been keeping an eye on now for a few months, even as far as last year. Now, we all know that Ripple introduced the University Blockchain Research Initiative, where they put $50 million in funding for up to 17 prestigious institutions around the world. Now, one of those projects includes Ripple is also participating in the MIT Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Lab. Now, here is a few words from the MIT, Will Knight, the senior editor for artificial intelligence at the MIT Technology.
It's a really positive thing. I think there's an awful lot of hype around blockchain and cryptocurrencies. But I really like a lot of these ideas about sort of distributing algorithms, distributing data using the blockchain, because I think it does address the idea of trying to spread make things more accessible without sort of just making it accessible through some really big intermediary. So I think those things are really powerful. I think they're very, very early, and I'm curious to see how they develop, but overall I think it's really positive.
So certainly some interesting comments there about blockchain being introduced into AI. Now here is last week, Emi Yoshikawa. She is the business developer at Ripple. Now, she was at the EmTech Hong Kong conference last week, Wednesday. Now, one of the speakers from the MIT Technology Review spoke there on AI and basically how things are going to be shaping up for the future. What catches my interest is a video I'm going to share about payments and machines involving Ripple, and also the fact that Emi Yoshikawa is covering this information. What is the future of AI and Ripple? I have a feeling that certainly the future of AI and Ripple will certainly cross paths. Now, that isn't only limited to Ripple. I do believe, especially considering Will Knight's comments on blockchain using a distributed technology, which instantly makes me think of distributed ledger technology, comes into play with AI. So with that said, she also covered someone else who created a technology that when they walk around, they're seeing 3D objects on their view. So imagine something where you're walking around and you have like a certain type of glasses on, for example, and you can see certain digital objects in your view. What's to say that that won't include some type of payment? Certainly, I think eventually there will be a time where we're going to look at something, and depending on the device that we're wearing or we're using, we'll be able to make a payment using AI for anything. For example, if we go to MIT Technology Review on their website, they have here a robot arm that's serving food. Clearly, this would be something that you would have to pay for. What's to say that this technology won't be using something that you can either scan a QR code, which utilizes a wallet containing XRP, or for example, if you're wearing a device that can instantly send payments. Certainly, blockchain could certainly be used in this type of scenario. Now, here are a few words from Asheesh Birla on machine payments.
Then also think about the future after that, where machines are going to be paying each other, and it may be a fraction of a penny. And that's just not possible today. And that's the kind of change that we're going to need to see, and that's what we're trying to build at Ripple. So the economics of that, we built that ledger specifically for micro payments and payments of all sizes. So I think that was from the genesis of Ripple. That's what we aim to do. Now, in terms of like Internet of Things, I mean, we look out into the future, and you look at if you walk down to the streets of San Francisco today, you'll see tons of automated, automobiles and food delivery systems, and right now there are individual companies operating each one of these. But the way that industry is moving is automation and fleet management. And when you have fleets of automated, transportation machines out there, they need to interoperate and pay and receive and exchange with other machines out there. So I think, even in transportation, I can see massive changes in terms of how the different machines out there interact with each other and receive and send payments.
So I hope you enjoyed those clips. Again, just something to think about where things are headed. Certainly blockchain and AI are very hot topic words to use, but I do believe that the future will somehow involve these technologies for everyday life. Now, that might be something that we might be looking at 20, 40 years from now, but certainly I do believe that these two technologies can be used together for the future. Now, in other news, Thailand leads in cryptocurrency, skipping the big debate. So, digital assets, Thailand's new regulations require trades and ICOs to be paired against one of the 7 selected cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Stellar, and Ethereum Classic. Certainly some good news there coming out of Thailand. So again, a massive thank you to all of you who subscribed to the channel while I was away on vacation. Also, a massive thank you to all of you for following me on Twitter. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and press that subscribe button. Thanks again for tuning into the Crypto SB channel, and I will see you guys on the next video.